Hey scholars, welcome back to your writing lessons. Today we are continuing our work on paragraph structure. This week we broke down paragraphs and we thought about each part of a paragraph. We looked at the hamburger model and we used that to help us in writing our own paragraphs. On Monday, we focused on topic sentences, how to write a really strong topic sentence, the first sentence of your paragraph that introduces your topic, what you are teaching about, what the reader of your paragraph is going to learn about. Next, we talked about supporting sentences on Tuesday. We talked about how we can find evidence or use facts to tell more about our topic. Our supporting sentences are really the meat and the main ingredients of our paragraph. When we think about a hamburger, those inner parts are the most important parts of the burger. The bun holds it together. So those supporting sentences are the really important stuff that you really want your reader to learn. And lastly, your conclusion sentence is the bottom bun. It holds it all together and it finishes, it ends, or it closes your paragraph. So today for Thursday, our final lesson on paragraph structure, we're going to think about all the parts together and we're going to make a hamburger. We're going to make a paragraph from start to finish. This week in your own independent work, you did one part each day, topic sentence, supporting sentences, and conclusion sentence. And in your work today, you're going to be writing all of it together with a new topic, putting together everything that we've learned so far. We are using our model paragraph that we came up with together throughout this week. On Monday, we wrote our topic sentence, and I have it highlighted here in orange. It says many people around the world enjoy eating ice cream, but might not know how it is made. Remember, our topic sentence introduces our topic. Our topic here is ice cream, specifically how ice cream is made. That's right there in our topic sentence. Next, we had our supporting sentences. Our first one I have highlighted in red, maybe it's ketchup or tomato. It says ice cream starts as milk, and that milk is mixed with sugar to create an ice cream mix. That's my first fact, my first piece of textual evidence that I'm using in my paragraph to continue teaching my reader about my topic, how ice cream is made. Next, highlighted in yellow is our second supporting sentence. It says the mix is heated, flavored, stirred, and frozen. Maybe that's the cheese. The cheese is an important part, just like that sentence is a very important part of our paragraph. And lastly, the meat of our paragraph, one of the other main ingredients, our third supporting sentence. It says the ice cream is put into containers, frozen for longer, and then sold to customers. Those were our supporting sentences. We talked about how supporting sentences, there should be 3 to 5 supporting sentences. So this week, I know that some were returned to you if you didn't have 3 to 5 supporting sentences. Make sure in your work today that you are finding 3 to 5 supporting sentences. Lastly, we have our bottom bun. The closing, final, conclusion sentence says, now you know how one of the most popular desserts is made. That relates back to our first top bun. Remember, buns are made of the same thing. They're both bread, but they look a little different. Just like our top bun sentence here says almost the same thing as our bottom sentence. They're just a little different, but both have the same topic, the same idea. Today we're going to, together as a class, read through a text. We're not going to read it because of time, but we're going to skim through a text and we're going to write a paragraph. That way, you know what is expected of you when you do your independent work. So, Miss Metz went to Epic and I found a book. This book is titled, let me go back just so we can see the title again, A Desert Habitat. That tells me this book is going to be all about the desert habitat, which is great. I can write my paragraph. We can write our class paragraph on the desert habitat. Specifically, I want to talk about what can be found in a desert habitat. So thinking about some of the animals, the creatures, and the plants that can be found in the desert habitat. So as I go through my text, I know there's a lot of information on the desert, but I'm really looking for what lives in the desert habitat. So I have this page here, desert animals. In the text and in the pictures, I can find my information and talking about what those animals might eat, how they get energy, where they live. Gives me so many examples of different creatures that live in the desert habitat. So I'm really going to use this part of the text to help me with my paragraph. So we come back here to our topic sentence. I want to introduce the topic to my readers. We need to introduce the topic. We're talking about desert habitat and what creatures live there. I'm going to say, there are many creatures that live in a desert habitat. Now, that's a good topic sentence. I could even fix this to make it a great topic sentence, make it a little bit more exciting and engaging. I've seen a lot of topic sentences like this one. There are many creatures that live in a desert habitat. But it's not that exciting. I want to challenge you to make it a little bit more engaging. So I could say, you may be surprised to find out that there are many creatures that live in a desert habitat. When we think about the desert, we think about how dry it is. So you actually might be surprised to know that there are lots of creatures that live there. So let me add that in to my topic sentence to strengthen it. You may be surprised to find out that there are many creatures that live in a desert habitat. I can even put an exclamation point because it's surprising. You may be surprised to find out that there are many creatures that live in a desert habitat. Now I want to give some examples of those creatures that live in a desert habitat. Even though it is hot and dry, creatures like, and I can go back, scorpions I see here can live in the desert because they know how to keep cool. Coyotes, a tortoise, a rattlesnake, ew, I don't like rattlesnakes, and a fox even. So I can use some of those examples and I can give that reason why they can live in the desert. They know how to keep cool and how to find food and how to find homes. Even though it is hot and dry, creatures like coyotes, rattlesnakes, using my commas because I'm creating a list of the different animals and reptiles and insects. Coyotes, rattlesnakes, and I'll use kit foxes can live in the desert. Now I want to give that reason why they can live in the desert. So my second supporting sentence, they are able to keep cool, find food, and if I look back at my text, find homes. So I don't have to say in my paragraph exactly what the text is saying, but I'm using that information and I'm synthesizing it and I'm paraphrasing it in my own words to tell my reader what I need them to know. They're able to keep cool, find food, and find homes to survive. Lastly, let's see what else might be important to add. Looking back at my topic sentence, I'm talking about the creatures that live in the desert habitat. Maybe this might be important. I know that you need to find energy or get energy to survive. And so I'm seeing here that energy comes from the sun, and the creatures that live in the desert, well, they get a lot of sunlight being in the desert, and they can use that for food. The energy from the sun can be used by, I know it's used by the plants to make the food. And then if the hawks eat it, then the rabbits eat it, then everyone's getting energy. The energy from the sun can be used by plants to make food, and that energy is transferred through, I made a spelling error, but remember we learned that the computer can help me out when I make a mistake, just like that. That energy is transferred through we call animals eating other animals, and then another animal eating that animal, predators and prey, the food chain. Chain in the desert. Great. Now let's look back at my supporting sentences that I have here. I have my 3 sentences. Even though it is hot and dry, creatures like coyotes, rattlesnakes, and kit foxes can live in the desert. They're able to keep cool, find food, and find homes to survive. The energy from the sun can be used by plants to make food, and that energy is transferred through the food chain in the desert. Now, my last thing to do is make my conclusion sentence. Remember, it's going to look a lot like my topic sentence. So I can say, these special creatures are able to survive in the hot desert. Period. Sounds a lot like my topic sentence. It retells the reader that topic again, the creatures that live in the desert. I've still made it engaging, and I've made it different than my topic sentence. And there we have a strong 2nd grade level paragraph. You can use this example to help you with your work today. We'll take a look at our independent work for today, what you'll be doing in your Google Doc. Remember, it makes a copy for you, so you're working directly in this Google Doc. You're putting your name at the top. The directions say to write a strong paragraph about some topic. Make sure when you're selecting a book that it is a nonfiction text. It's teaching you something so that you can use that information to write your paragraph and teach your reader something. Select a book from Epic and use that information to write a paragraph. Make sure your paragraph has a topic sentence, 3 to 5 supporting sentences, and a conclusion sentence. If it is missing one of these parts, it will be returned for you to fix. That's the awesome thing with Google Docs, is that us teachers, we can just return it to you and you can fix it and then resubmit it, so that we're always working on making our writing better and stronger. Down here, 2 things I need from you: your book title, so that we know where you got your information from. We call that your resources. What were your resources? What was the book you used? And your writing space. So coming down underneath where it says writing space, if you remember from last week, I taught you how to indent, make 5 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then get started with your paragraph. Make sure you have a capital letter at the start of the first sentence and all your sentences. Make sure you're using all of the grammar rules. And that is all I have for you today. I'm so excited to read through all of your paragraphs, and I can't wait to hear about all these interesting topics that you find and that you learn about. Bye, everyone. Have a great day, and let me know if you have any questions.